Hello America, here we are finishing up our hammer series. Now I can hear you. So yesterday we made the atrocious baby hammer. That worked out okay. Today I went back and finished the last of the handles, and I've been making a lot of pins and some other handles, but doing a lot of lathe projects, and you kind of get into your routine, your habits. And after I had such difficulties with that one yesterday with all the blowouts and rips on it, I just went back to the basics, reviewed the instructions and videos. I just was really careful, took it really slow, and this handle turned out perfect. So just, no matter how long you've been doing something, a little or a lot, just every once in a while go back, refresh yourselves on the fundamentals. It's amazing how fast you pick up bad habits and just start slowly getting off from the best way to do something. So this handle turned out great. I drilled the slot right on the middle, perfectly center, drilled the hole at the end to keep it from splitting, and this one has a really snug fit. I did a slight taper, starting narrow here to a little bit fatter, and then a little flare of pommel at the end. So I'm really happy with how this one turned out, and well, hopefully the next couple steps don't go terribly wrong. But this is made out of just scrap 2x4 I had laying around. I'm applying wood glue now. I'm going to apply a little bit in that hole too, just so the insert has something to stick to. This one, again, from like yesterday, was scrap piece, and then my mom uses a backdrop for hammering something, and it has all these little divots into it. I got most of it out. You can still see a little bit of it there, just from rounding the wood. If I was really worried about it, I could have made the handle a narrower diameter. That would have entirely erased those surface flaws. But I don't care about it that much. I'd rather have a larger diameter handle for a sturdier grip. And again, these are supposed to have the Jesus hammered out of them. Like this one has hammer flaws that I was using. Some of them I used for drill backstops too. So they were pretty beat up, and that's why I don't mind doing whatever with them. These are just meant to be fun but functional projects. Apply a little bit of wood glue down here in the center. More. Smear this around. Apply one more, because there is a contact point where I made this tenon that the wood should butt up against, so I apply a little glue there. It should also make it nice and sturdy. Okay, now I haven't done a full test fit. I tried to get this one a lot snugger than yesterday. Yeah, there we go. And I had to sand it a little bit just to get enough room. A lesson learned from yesterday. I got my paper towels. And I got my water here to clean up that wood glue while it was wet. Moths in here. It's easier to clean up now than later. Okay. Screw that up. Oh, that is stiff. That's not budging. Okay. I also, the other ones you can see still have the input marks from the lathe, where actually, life center. This one I cut it off, so that is nice and clean. This is one of my best inserts, hopefully. It's also one of my tiniest and most fragile. I can already feel it cracking underneath my fingers here. So, there, it just snapped. Being one of my snuggest fits, oh wow, that just broke in 12 different places. I knew I had trouble with that one, so I went for my smallest one. Well, we'll just make do. I got a little bit of it in there, so like I said, this one's very snug. So just with the friction from the glue and then a little bit of an insert, like I couldn't even rotate it. It was already settling in so well. So this one might have the least of my insert. Yeah, I can't even turn it. That might be done. Maybe this one. That was going in, but it's wobbling on me. Oh, I got a half in. It's not on the left side. Well, I got it in on the left, but not on the right. It's not quite lined up. It's going. Not clean, but it's going. A little better. So these things work great. It's flat to the end of the insert. So most of these inserts are about that size, give or take. So we got a good inch of it in, which is about the size I made that hole. I was able to straighten that out a little bit. The real thing you want to do is just, you can tell by the diameter of the piece. We spread that rod by about 1/4 of an inch. So it's already really snug. That will press against the walls and get a really good contact with that glue to dry it. So I'm going to call that done. You can see, like last time, more of that glue pushed up from the edge. So that tells you got more insert in there because it forced that glue out. So again, clean it up while it's fresh. We're going to take our Japanese flush cut saw. And done. I'll go through right before I seal them and do some cleanup sanding on the top. I can also, I left that little knob there on purpose. I could go through and cut that flush. I don't really mind it. It has a cool look to it, but I will go through and sand the tops and the bottoms, and then I will seal them. But these are done. So these two were pressure treated pine for outdoor lumber scraps that I had. These are identical. And then these two, I don't know what the 4x4 was. I've had it for a long time, I can't remember. But the handles are pine 2x4s. All this was fresh and not treated. You can definitely tell. I need to weigh them. Like this one is super dense and heavy for its relative size. I'm just curious. I'll probably make one more out of a harder wood that's a little bit larger. But these three are all the same size. And then we have the shorter mallet head, shorter handle. I don't need 4 mallets, but it's the wood that I had, and it's easier to do projects in bulk. So now I have spares, or Christmas presents, or I can throw them and just keep throwing them. I don't know. But these are really good. Like I said, as you can see, they work great as functional mallets. Hammers making hammers. Thanks for watching, and I hope this inspires you to get out and make some hammers.